your Burr long-term hold, single family pro forma, and then the next one over is multifamily pro forma. Okay.
Okay.
And then your address was, so same as when filling out the whole tail of the fix and flips, just make sure you change the address, then we know it's the right property. 333. And then over here, just you plug in the number of units. It's 3 units in one building, one single family home, so it's 4 units.
Yep.
You would type in what you think it's worth once it's all fixed up. Right now it's total speculation, so a 3 unit, call it 3 times 80s 240, and then on the house 140, 340, 380. Doing 140 for the house and 240 on the
Okay.
3 unit. You're always going to come back to this anyway, so you don't really even need it or want it up front, but you ballpark it. 7% interest, because if it was a residential property, you could do 30-year amortization. Are you familiar with the difference between 20 and 30-year amortization?
The
Rates, payments.
Yep.
Okay. So 20 years you pay more principal, less interest. 30-year you pay more interest. 30 years only available on residential less than 4 units. Okay.
Okay.
So in these cases, I try to do a 20-year amortization, make sure it works. If you put a commercial type residential commercial mortgage on it. So
Okay.
going through the units, then here you plug in your number of bedrooms and bathrooms and then your rents. So do you happen to know the bedrooms and bathrooms of any of these units?
I do. Yep. The single family home has 3 beds, 1 baths.
Yep.
Then this kind of worded weird. I just noticed that. It says the separate 3-unit building has 2-1 and 1-1.
So we're gonna go 2, 2, 1, 2, 1,
Yeah, and 1-1.
1, 1. In Dallas town, to go 800 on the 1, 1, 2, 1, go 11 or 1200. Where at in Dallas town? Is it like, well, we're gonna find out. Just real quick tip, there's areas of Dallas town that are better than others. Just go with that for now. 14, 12, 12, and 800 are going to be what we speculate in rent. Property taxes, do you happen to know that?
Yep, 1 second. 52.28.
Okay. Insurance, I usually budget, 300 to 400 per unit. Sometimes you can get away with it. It's cheaper than that. So that's a good conservative range. So I'm putting 1,200 in here. So that's 200 to 300 per unit.
Okay.
Now, if it's a single family home, it's 450 to maybe even 550. But when you get into multi-units, it should be about 300 a unit.
Okay.
So, and that's it. And then you put in any other water, gas, electric, any other sewer, trash, any of those expenses in here. So that 3 unit, the tenants are going to split, or the landlord's going to end up paying for it. And that's going to equal $40 per unit per month. So you have 3 units. So it's $40 per unit per month. And these are annual expenses. So times 12. Okay. $40 times the 3-unit building times 12 months. And it's going to cost you about $14.40 in water and sewer there. Okay.
Okay.
You'll pay a small electric fee in a multi-unit, and then here water and gas. We're going to put separate heat for everybody in the building. They'll pay their own heat, and we'll pay as the landlord water, sewer, trash. So there, you filled out all the yellow stuff. You got me?
Got you.
And then down here is like, all right, what's it look like? The debt to credit ratio needs to be 1.2 or above. Try to get 1.3 is in a good space. $800 a month in cash flow is what this thing would do at 380.
Okay.
You'd have a 10% cap rate and a 10% cash on cash. Those are perfect targets.
Okay.
If cap rate gets down below 8, no deal. Cash on cash return gets down below 8, no deal.
Okay.
If debt to credit gets below 1.2, no deal. Cash flow, $200 a month is pretty good. $200 per unit per month is pretty good. So if
Okay.
you take this and the guy's like, hey, you know, all fixed up, or if we say all fixed up, it's worth 450. The cash on cash is down to 4, cap rate's 8, and I'm only making less than $100 per unit per month, and debt to income ratio is too low.
Okay.
See where I'm going with that?
Got it.
What do we have here before? 380.
Yep.
So good guess. That is the right number. So now it's worth 380 fixed up. We just need to figure out. Now I'm going to go from, now that I have 380, I can go on my sheets. Here's where Jimmy was getting hung up. He's like, okay, well, I got 380. Now what do I do?
Yeah.
Well, if it's already fixed up, do the same thing we do for single family. If it's already fixed up, then it's a wholesale. Right?
Mhm.
You got to put a little bit of repairs in it, and then you're going to put it in for max value. So we said it's worth 380. And to get it to max value, you know, we need to put, this is if it's already fixed up.
Yeah.
$5,000 into each unit, and then we're going to get these new rents, and then we're going to resell it. It's $15,000. And let's see. So you could pay about $250 for it if it needed
Okay.
$15,000 to work. Jimmy's coming across a bunch that are really nice. Yours is not that, right?
Nope. Nope.
Yours, you'd have to come in here to wholesale MLS. It's going to need, or put a bunch of repairs into the whole tail. Okay. Yours is actually a fix and flip because it's that bad.
Yeah.
Right. Full reno. So we're going to say, here's ARV. That's going to be, we say 380.
Yep.
And then, you know, rehab on a, so give me about 200 and all into all that. And then your purchase price needs to be around 45. $75,000 profit. So this you can take up to probably 75. Yeah, you're right about there.
Okay.
Now I'll take this one step further. If our goal is to buy this and refinance it and be no money out of pocket, there's this buy BRRRR Street. You ever heard of a BRRRR?
Yeah.
Okay. So we said 200,000 in repairs. Just hit okay. This sheet kind of locks you out, so don't worry about it. ARV we said is 380. Come on, Anthony.
I wish.
And then what did we say we were getting a month in rent?
Go back. I forgot.
So here's 4,600 total.
Yep.
Okay, so I put the monthly rent here at 4,600, the ARV at 380. I put the taxes in. And I put 200,000 in as our rehab costs. If we bought it for 75,000, we would have 20,000 out of pocket in the deal, and we would be able to keep it, re-rent it. And here's your cap rate. And because we have less cash out, right? We didn't put 20% down on a $380,000 property. We only put 20 grand into it. We'd have a 21% cash on cash return.
Okay.
So the idea here is you'd want to make this as close to zero as possible. So when I run a BRRRR strategy with us buying it, renovating it, refinancing it, And then re-renting it out, I'd be 20 grand out of pocket on this deal. And if the rehab was 200 grand, I'd have to buy it for 75. Okay.
Okay.
When I did my retail fix and flip formula, again, 380 ARV, 200,000 purchase price, $75,000, and I could resell it and make a $43,000 profit.
Okay.
Still a $75,000 purchase price. We're at the right number.
Yep.
Now, when I go and I visit it, I'm going to come back and I'm going to say this is 140. And then we can start to rework some offer numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'd be adding 60 to this, and this would be 135. Okay. Now you have an offer of 135 because it's a 140 rehab.
Cool.
Okay. So
Yep.
that's how we're going to work these multifamily deals. You work this formula first with the end in mind, and then you work backwards.
Got it. Okay. That
Follow
helps.
me?
Yeah,
Then
that helps.
that's absolutely necessary in the gutted ones like this. When they're cleaner, you're still doing this. You just, you're a little more conservative about rent values. And again, when they're cleaner, you're going to the first sheet and you're using this whole tail formula instead of the fix and flip formula.
Gotcha.
Yours is gutted, so we're staying with fix and flip formula.
Okay. That
Cool.
makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. That was really helpful. I never really did that before.
Oh, it was there the whole time.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. You just haven't been shown it before. You've missed a few of those trainings, so it's all good.
Yeah,
man.
it's more like for me, it's like doing one that like is Mayan is just like more meaningful because like it just feels like I know the property and
You've done your research and
my
a lot.
research and it just soaks in more if you know what I mean. So
For 100%.
yeah.
Yep. All right, dude.
Cool.
Is that helpful?
Yeah, that was awesome.
I shared it with you, so when I come back from the appointment tonight, or just from the walk around, I'll be able to get you some pretty good numbers. We'll go from there. But this looks like a deal.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep. All right, cool.
Cool. Are you feeling better by the way?
I'm on the mend.
On the mend? Jeez. Yeah, that's no fun.
Well, I was